Alright, we are recorded now, so I'll start. Alright, folks, welcome to as I would call the Late Night Talks podcast, and we have a very special guest I will be interviewing. This is my actual first time interviewing someone, so don't be too harsh. We have the one and only famous YouTube vlogger TommyNC2010. How's it going, man?
I'm doing splendid. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well myself, thanks for asking.
No problem, man. I'm just happy to be here on your show.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you on because I really appreciated like coming on your show, and now it's like an honor that you're coming on mine. Like, I appreciate that, man.
Not a lot of YouTubers have me on their show, really. It's like any person I've interviewed, they're not really springing to have me on their show. So I'm just happy to be here on a show and a person I interviewed with.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you like a few questions here as you did like with me.
No problem.
If you can like remember, when did you like start here on YouTube, and who were your like YouTube inspirations per se?
Okay. Well, the first person that inspired me, I mean, when I first started here on YouTube was back in 2010, and I was making small videos, and the people that inspired me was the Nostalgia Critic, Cool Duder, and Chris Perillo. Those were in periods of times that those people together that inspired me to be who I am today.
That's pretty interesting, man.
Yeah, and if you don't know who those YouTubers are, they're different YouTubers that are here in the community. The Nostalgia Critic is Doug Walker from Channel Awesome. Chris Perillo, Cool Duder is a guy by the name of Sean C. Phillips, but his YouTube name is Cool Duder. And Chris Perillo is a vlogger slash promoter of like merchandise now, which used to be a vlogger back in the day. But he was the one that inspired me to do number vlogs and stuff like that and start vlogging in format.
I think that's pretty interesting because like when I don't want to really make this about me, but like when I did it, I like didn't really have like as good equipment. Like when I think I started like in
Me too.
2000,
Like
like
I didn't have I had a crappy flip camera basically when I first started too.
uh
Like I've gone through a few cameras in my day, and it's to get that perfect shot. And like my first videos is just like a shot of my nose and of like my
yeah.
mouth, and the camera was like had a small lens on it. And like I've gone through a few cameras in my time as a YouTuber.
Yeah, I know when I was starting, like it was in like yeah, 2012 I'd say, and I only had like a iPod basically, or like a crappy phone. I didn't really like know too much about cameras until I got like older, like later on, and like knew all like the specs with cameras and everything, and then I like actually grasped the fact of, hey, I want this to actually look well now.
Hmm. Yeah, I myself I've always tried to be the best, but you know, when I first started out on YouTube, I didn't even know what a subscriber was. I didn't even know what views were. Like I just kind of made videos and hoped that there was somebody out there that watched my videos.
Yeah, that's definitely how I felt too when I was first starting out, because I would just make like stupid like goofy videos like you'd see on Vine. Like sometimes I'd recreate vines or something, or whatever I was thinking basically that would I guess get views or something.
Wow. Jeez. That's awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
Another question I wanted to ask you was what kind of like things are you like into, like hobbies and stuff? Cuz I like spend times with my hobbies most of the time.
Well, most my hobby is one of my biggest hobbies is YouTube, and also just living life to the fullest, and just just inspiring people and doing nice things for people.
That sounds really cool. I definitely like inspiring people as well, like to like go after their goals and dreams and stuff. Like that's very like good of you that you do that.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Are you into like video games or movies and things like that? Like do you watch?
I love movies. I love all sorts of movies, and GTA is my favorite video game to play. Blowing up tanks, going after cops and stuff like that, and I mean, using the tank to go after the cop. And the funniest thing when playing GTA 5 and you're going after the cops and you get inside that tank as Trevor Phillips, the cops are just so stupid. It's just like, boom, boom, and their friend gets blown away. You're just like, why don't you just run? They're like, you're gonna kill you. Boom.
Yeah.
And like after like 20 of their friends are dead, it's just like, why are you not running away? Run away! Like in a real situation, if now it's not good to take the lives of cops, like cop violence and stuff like that. It's wrong.
Yeah.
But in a video game, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a video game. But in realistic standards, in that little bot mine they should have programmed for GTA 5, it's like if more than 100 cops get killed in GTA 5, the cops should literally be like, okay, we're not going to mess with this guy anymore. Run away! Flee!
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, I definitely love playing GTA. I've put like hours and had like loss of sleep just beating like the favorite GTAs of mine, which are 4 and 5. Like those are fun doing all the explosions and all that.
How about Vice City? Do you like Vice City at all?
I recently bought Vice City. I do want to give that a try, and I bought San Andreas as well. I know.
I'm gonna warn you that one of the missions on Oh, I'm gonna warn you that one of the missions on there is called the helicopter mission, and it is a pain in the butt. It is a mission where you have to fly a little toy helicopter inside this building. You have to plant bombs, and the thing is, you have to worry about construction workers like trying to hit you, and you hit the. And the thing is, also, you're on a time limit, and if you run out of time, it starts you over. And if you get hit, it fails the mission. So like it's just tedious and you can't skip the mission. It's like one of the most aggravating missions of all
That
times.
sounds like something that would probably frustrate me a lot if was on that mission.
Yes, it is tedious and aggravating, honestly.
What's some of your like favorite movies or shows that you'd like to share?
Um, the Dark Knight, the new Joker movie, and just a whole list of movies. It's hard for me to name off, but like it's shows. Everybody loves Raymond, Seinfeld, Kirby Enthusiasm, just different like shows that are out there. Like it's just funny comedy shows that just make me laugh so hard. And also, the new Unsolved Mysteries is really interesting. I can't wait for season 2 to see what other mysteries they're gonna put on there.
Yeah, I definitely love The Dark Knight as well, and the Joker movie. Like that was one of my favorites going to see when it was in the theaters. Like it like surprised me how like well, I thought it was pretty amazing just the way it was like shot and everything.
Yeah, It is. It's very dark and cynical, and it's really good.
Is there other things you're
At that point, you just
what were you gonna say?
it's like I was like, it's like that. At that point, you hear the little
Oh yeah.
little bug. It goes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna.
No, I don't mean to be. I'm not trying to hate on you or nothing like that. I'm being funny.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah.
So this is your first. This is your first interview.
Yeah, I've never actually like interviewed anyone, so this is like my first time doing this, really.
Really
Yeah.
understand. Understand. Um, a good question to ask me is, what is my all-time favorite video that I've ever worked on? You know, something like that.
Like your video or
Yeah. What is? Yeah. Like that's a good question to ask
uh
me. What is my all-time favorite videos that I've ever worked on?
yeah, I can ask that. What is your favorite all-time video you've worked on for your channel?
Well, it was 28 years later where I got to meet my biological mother. That took us weeks to work on. It was like fun to work on, but also was stressful to work on because I was trying to make this perfect documentary about me and my biological mother, and it was quite fun to work on it with my friend Hamza. Also, just like hours and hours of like pulling hair out of my head, trying to work with my friend Hamza because he makes these fictional words that get on my nerves. So like working him with 2 or 3 hours to put a clip together, to put little clips together in snippets, and then just like go back and forth with him all working on this documentary to make it happen. And it was insanity, pure insanity, just to keep us going. And that was one of the funnest the things that I did on here on my have done here on my channel.
It sound
And also doing an interview with the nostalgic also doing an interview with the nostalgia critic and having Keemstar on my show like 2 times. It was pretty cool.
that does sound pretty cool. I've seen like one of like the clips you had of you and Keemstar. I liked that video a lot cuz I watched your videos like for a few years now, so I would say I'm a fan of yours. Or
Thank you. I
yeah,
appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you.
it must have been like pretty emotional too for you to meet your like biological mother, because I'd assume it would be.
It was emotional. I didn't really tear up or nothing like that. It was just like amazing to meet her. I'm glad that I met her before the pandemic happened because I wouldn't have got a chance to give her a hug, you without having to worry about some stupid COVID virus. But it was amazing meeting her, and she's such an amazing person. Has a spirit of a lion, and she wears her heart on her shoulder. And like she's just like me. She has a sweetheart, and like she is a very wonderful person. And meeting my biological father, he's an amazing dude. Also,
I'm glad you got to experience that.
thank you. Also, I don't know if people heard this in the interview, but he sounds like David Dobrik
Yeah.
because every second he talks, he sounds like he's gonna bust out laughing before each sentence. Like it's funny. I know you're not David Dobrik,
Yeah.
but uh, just to hear your voice, it sounds like you're just gonna start laughing every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I do like. I am a pretty like comical person, so I do like to make like jokes and make people laugh. Like I was saying in our interview, like I do pretty bust out laugh though, so that is a pretty accurate description.
And the reason why I know of you is because of my friend Ryan. Your friend Ryan. He's a pretty chill dude, don't you think?
Yeah, Ryan's a chill dude. I'm glad I was like able to like ask him if like he could try reaching out to you because I was kind of nervous like trying to. I don't know if you'd like DM me back or anything because I don't know if you like knew of me or not. So I was like definitely like nervous to do that.
No, well, Ryan has my phone number,
Uh,
and I talk with him oftenly. We off and on we talk, and Ryan had messaged me and said, "Hey, my friend is wanting to do an interview with you. Could you do one with him or do an interview with him?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. Just send me a link to his YouTube channel." So that's how we got to talking about you. Was he basically messaged me on my phone and told me about you.
Yeah, me and Ryan have been friends for a good while now. Like, we usually, like, talk through text, which is a bit different than calling, but that's just what I usually do. I'm not big on calls, but I'll still call people as well.
Yeah.
I guess I could also ask you, are there any things you like to collect or buy? Like, it could be, like, anything, like...
I do like to collect. I did. I just recently finished my ring collection right here. No one can see this, but I have like a lot of rings on my fingers. I have I do collect rings myself. Um, I do collect wrestling figures. I do like collecting wrestling figures. I think they're pretty chill. I just became a fan of AEW, and I missed a few episodes, but I did see the first ever episode that they aired on television. It was pretty cool, and that's pretty much what I do. Is I go to Walmart, buy action figures sometimes, and I shoot videos whenever I can. My editor's working on my number vlog 122 right now. So I've just been in between that, waiting for him to finish that, and just been hanging out today. Today's one of my relaxing days.
Yeah, I always love a
I
good...
have a part-time job. Sorry. But I have a part-time job I do, and besides YouTube, I'm not gonna say what I do as a part-time job, but I do work on the side, and in between doing that job, I do YouTube, hang out with my family, and just live life to the fullest.
That sounds pretty fun. I like how you said you collect action figures of like wrestling because I used to do that too. Like I have like a whole bunch of those still. And
Nice, man. That's pretty cool.
do you also collect like hats at all? Because I notice you like wearing hats.
Yes, I mean I have a few hats right now. Uh, this I'm wearing the Humberg. I have a dead man, and I have another hat, but my fedora currently is at the cleaners right now, so that's why I'm not wearing that today.
Yeah, I definitely think your hats look pretty like good because I've seen you wear them before, and I like how like nice they're like made and everything.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I more so collect like goofier hats. Like I have like a bunch of like Mario like hats and like Sonic and stuff like that because that's just what games I'm into. And yeah,
Nice, nice.
I
That's
have
pretty chill.
like a Joker hat I like wearing too. And have you ever
Sorry,
uh
I'm just tired. I don't know why I'm tired. Just woke up a little bit ago, so
have you ever collect?
I'm not bored at you. Don't
Oh, I
worry.
know. Have you ever collected Funkos before? I'm a pretty big
I
collector of those.
I have two of them. I have Pennywise and then the evil doll that has the evil demon in it.
Oh, okay. Is it the Tim Curry Pennywise or is it the Bill Skarsgård version?
Bill Skarsgård. Hello there, Georgie. Would you like a balloon? Hello, Georgie. We all float down here. We all float. That's Tim Curry. My bad. And we have popcorn. Pop, 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 pop.
Do you do any like other impressions like besides Pennywise? Cause
Fear. You mean you like this one? My father was a drinker and a fiend. One night he comes home crazier than usual. Mommy grabs a kitchen knife to defend herself. Sticks the blade in my mouth and says, "Let's put a smile on that face." And why so serious? And also, you come on the day of my daughter's wedding day, and you ask for murder and not forgiveness. And also, I'm gonna put a tiger in my front seat. I come from Cuba, you know, man. You think you're gonna mess with me, Antonio Montana? And also, I do. Isha, 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 Yeshua. And also, I love everybody. Elmo is addicted to crack.
oh my, that was good, man.
No one knows this, but me and Big Bird have had an affair for a long time.
Oh man.
Big Bird, Elmo was really sad when he heard Big Bird die.
Oh man.
When Elmo cries, Elmo laughs.
I like that laugh there. Like, part of that laugh reminds me a little bit of Lois Griffin a bit. Like, even though I know you're doing Elmo, like.
Wouldn't that be bad if there was like a true Hollywood story on how Elmo burned out? And it's like
man.
Elmo reveals his secret that Elmo was secretly gay with all the Muppets. And that actually Jim Henson didn't treat the Muppets that well. He put them in cages and tortured them. After a while, when Jim Henson passed away, they were let loose, but still Jim Henson was like always torturing them, hitting with like tasers and stuff like that, and telling them if they didn't do their job the right way, he was gonna pull the skekskis out on them.
I feel like they would honestly do that too, because they did that with an older like TV show. I forget the name of it, but they did like a horror spin on it.
Robot Chicken?
No, I can't remember the name of the show, but it was like a kid show.
But you know, and then also like they did one on Robot Chicken about Animal, on how they had to put down Animal and like all the Muppets like from the Muppet Show and you know all those other characters, they you know how they got burned out after the 80s and the 90s. Yeah. And at one point they have in the special that Animal had to get put down because he was he apparently bit somebody.
Jeez.
And they didn't like that, so they put him down.
I've seen Robot Chicken before. It cracks me up.
Oh yeah, it does. Like the robots humping the clothes washer.
I watched one that was really like
I'm a gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear.
I watched one that was really messed up. It had to do with like one of those fabric softener things, and it was like a stuffed bear, and it didn't end well, I'll say. I felt kind of uncomfortable watching that one.
There's certain episodes
Yeah,
of of Robot Chicken that just makes you feel really uncomfortable
yeah.
sometimes.
And then other ones that just make me like burst out into laughter of how like insane or far they'll go.
Most definitely, there's certain episodes that are just absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. Do you enjoy horror movies at all? 'Cause I'm a big like fan
Oh
of
yes,
horror.
I'm a big horror fan. One thing I love to do is I like to sneak behind people and go, ah! I love a good scare. Like I kind of am a haunt worker. I kind of work for whatever haunt will hire me. But I love a good scare. I love scaring the crap out of people, jumping up behind them. That's the biggest thing about me is people always watch out for me because I like to scare the crap out of people.
Oh yeah, I enjoy doing that too. Like when I do it though, it's unintentional. Like I also have like a part-time job, but like at my work sometimes I'll be like just walking somewhere, and like people at like some of my coworkers, they'll like they won't expect to see me, like they'll be stalking something, and like they just see me and get startled like I'm just there like Michael Myers or Jason, like I don't even have to like say nothing and they get startled by me.
They see your face and they just get terrified.
Yeah.
They're like, "Run
Yeah.
away!" If you see this children, if you see this face, run away.
Yeah.
He might be driving a white van that
Oh.
says "free candy." Oh my god, that's
For anyone that watches this, we're just like joking, folks. Like we don't actually mean like this stuff. Like we're good people, actually.
not him. I don't know if he's a good
Oh.
person or not. keep your
Oh
children away
god.
from him.
No, I could assure you I'm a good person because I have like nieces and
Man, you did send me that receipt for $200 for a white
oh
van,
my.
and then you bought some
Oh
spray
man.
paint. Also, I don't know what you did with this.
Oh man.
No,
Jeez.
folks, I'm joking
I know.
with you. He didn't send me
Yeah.
anything. And why? And if he did that, why would he send me a screenshot of his purchase?
Although if you do see any scary clowns around like Halloween, that may or may not have been me though.
Hello there. I got a balloon for you.
I always scare people when I bring up clowns. I don't know why people are so like afraid of clowns. I think they're pretty hilarious. Like I don't know if it's just me that like enjoys watching them in a horror movie and I get like laughter out of it sometimes, or like cuz I'm not too scared of it, or I don't know.
Jeez.
Yeah. I know like last year like I'm not too big on like costumes, but like whenever like the Joker movie released, I wanted to like get that whole like suit and everything, so I like did, and like people were like weirded out when they saw me like dressed in it, like full mask and all, like cuz I don't really like wear makeup really, but I do like mask like too. So
I personally wanted to do the Joker myself, but I couldn't get the costume. Like I had to wear like I did the old fashioned Joker,
uh
but I did Leatherface for Halloween, and he's pretty crazy myself. I have a Leatherface mask. I cut out the mouth recently because I was wanting to do TikToks with it, and I do TikTok also myself now. I also do TikTok, which some people find them to be cringy or funny sometimes.
Oh yeah, I also do TikTok myself. I definitely make people cringe, but I do appreciate like the community there because they are pretty like supportive, like sometimes even more than YouTube at times, which I appreciate a lot.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is a candle. I'm just messing with.
Uh, that's okay. I was like, what are you like drinking out of there? Like,
Yeah, I was wanting to see if you would
yeah.
notice.
Do you also do
Oh
any
jeez.
like accents at all? Cause when I do impressions, I do like
Uh,
different accents. I don't try to like offend anyone. I
I
just
could
do.
do a country accent.
Oh, okay.
I could do a southern country accent. And down there, yes, then got me what that thing down there, y'all, shumbo, tall, y'all, mo, up, I don't know, y'all, shum, on tall, mono, shum on tall, no more. I got something itchy on my telephone, you know, saying. As of that, I'm not really good at anything
Uh,
else.
I like doing ones like that, but then I don't know if you've ever played the game Red Dead. I end up doing a voice like that, like I'm like a cowboy, like in the South or something, and I just like do that. Or one that I like doing that I guess I could like do for you, like it's an ongoing joke when I do of, I don't know if you've seen like Matthew McConaughey like in those Lincoln commercials, but I do that one a lot, like,
Oh, let's hear it. Let's
and
hear it.
just
Come
do
on,
like
man.
random scenarios with it. You're just driving in your
Oh, yeah, let's hear
uh
it. Let's hear one.
yeah, I was gonna do it there.
All right. Just here. Okay, go.
You're ever just driving in your Lincoln, you pull up to the side of the road, you see a stop sign, you don't even stop, you just continue on the destination, but you hit a deer, and you know everything's gonna be right, because you have a Lincoln. Yeah, I'll just do random stuff like that usually, and just like do random scenarios with that in my mind. Like,
Have Have you ever been driving and you're just going down the road and you're getting yourself a blowjob from a
oh my
hooker and you're just sitting there and you just know you're just sitting there and you just know you're in a Lincoln and no one's gonna see
oh
your
my
head bobbing up and down because the door's a little bit bigger,
god.
taller than where your legs are, and you just know you're just driving and driving, and all of a sudden when you see those blue lights, it goes past you because you're in a Lincoln.
You know what I just thought actually? How we were saying about GTA. What if they did the whole. You know how you can like buy a hooker in that game? What if they had Matthew McConaughey as a character for that and he just commentates the whole time? I think that would be amazing, but pretty messed up.
Yeah.
I think it would probably go like something how you were saying.
Oh, also, please, everybody, do me an itty bitty favor. Everybody watch this show. Tweet at David Dobrik and tell him to follow me on on Twitter. That's one favor I have for this community.
I didn't know you were a big fan of David Dobrik. I like him as well. Like his
Oh
like
yeah, I'm a big fan of
whenever
him.
I watch one of his videos, like it just like makes my day. Like, 'cause I wish I could like meet
Yeah,
that.
it does. It makes me laugh. Like I'm on the floor laughing at some of the things. I used to love it when Trisha Paytas was in the vlogs. She added really awesome sex appeal to his vlogs.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I do like his vlogs though, 'cause they're really like interesting and different. Every one he like does, and I wish I could like meet that dude, 'cause
I wish
he's
he would come back.
yeah. I wish I could like meet him one day,
Everybody
'cause
wants to meet him, but like
yeah.
people. don't go to YouTubers' houses. Like people have been showing up at David's house apparently. Like he's done on stories. People have shown up to his house and like it's calmed down since the pandemic, but people are like just showing up to his house randomly. It's
Yeah,
insanity.
they definitely shouldn't do that. Like, I get it, they want to meet him, but they should not do it that way.
Yeah.
He seems like a good, wholesome dude, though, the way he, like, gives back to people without even them, like, asking or anything. Like, that's really, like, nice
Yeah.
of him.
Oh, by the way, one of my other impressions. You want to hear it?
Yeah, sure.
It's, this is from the what is it? The Ring or something like that.
I liked that one there.
Sounds like a cat getting it strangled or getting its tail stepped on.
Yeah. I also
I do not strangle cats,
yeah.
folks.
I I also do like Pennywise impressions too. Like sometimes I'll like
What's
scare people when I do them, but yeah, I do the Tim Curry.
Let's hear
The
it.
Tim Curry one I do is just him doing it. I'll just quote Tim Curry here. This is one of my lines. The ones he does. Kiss me, fat boy. Yeah, yeah, you've probably heard that one. I,
I love that one.
I don't know why. I just like that what he does. Like I don't mean to offend anyone like that. Like I just enjoy that phrase he does in the.
Kiss me, boy.
And then even though like people aren't as too big on the newer like Bill Skarsgård one, I still like doing his like cartoonized like voice that he does where he's like, "You want a balloon, Georgie? You'll float too." Like I like how he does that. It puts a
Oh
new
yeah.
spin on it to me.
There was apparently there's a thing that Pennywise does with his eyes, and what was it? I think Bill Hader was asking him,
Oh,
"Hey, how'd you do that thing with your eyes in the original movie?" And he's like, "Oh, this? Oh my god!"
uh I,
So apparently there's like a picture of Bill Hader and Bill Skarsgård, and Skarsgård is in full Pennywise gear,
yeah.
and it was on Conan. It was really funny.
Yeah, I definitely.
Apparently Hader can't. Oh, sorry.
What were you? Go ahead. I was gonna let you finish there.
Apparently Hader. Apparently Hader can't like be serious. He's like a comic actor, so he laughs at everything. So he's like, "Oh my gosh!" He's like, "Oh, it's Pennywise! Run! It's it!" Or something like that. Like he's it's hard for him to take things seriously sometimes.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that because I've been like a big fan of his on SNL, and if you've ever seen like some of his characters, I know he does one where he's just like breaking character because he can't like help from busting out with laughter. Like, I definitely.
Is that the gay guy he plays?
Yeah, I think his name's
Oh,
Stefan or.
yes, everybody. Let me tell you, there's a place called, there's a shop called Oof, and it's just oh, oh amazing. Um, I was talking about places for like teenagers. Like yes, there's in this place called Oof. And they have bellboys with bells around their necks, and you can ring them. And when you go in the bathroom, those same guys will get on their knees while you urinate, and they go Oof, and that's why it's called Oof. Because after a while, after you're standing there, the guys will.
Oh my.
It's just so. Oh, oh, yes. He always puts his hand on the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, so he like stops himself from like laughing. Like I love that like sleeved shirt he has too. It's like has flames or something. I can't like help but laugh at that one.
Yeah.
There's another
Oh,
there's
jeez.
another dude on there that cracks me up too. I think it's Bobby Moynihan. Like he does the drunk uncle. That one always cracks me up. If you've ever seen that one.
I don't think I
Uh,
have.
it's basically him doing,
I've seen that. Yep. Cool. Yeah, sure. Cool.
yeah,
Uh, like the guy's like, hmm. Yeah, cool. Hmm. Yeah, that's cool. Sure. Cool.
yeah, yeah. But when
He was in the movie King of Long Island or King of Staten Island, apparently.
uh, yeah, but when he does his like drunk uncle, it's basically him just being like drunk, and they ask him like questions about like anything, and you won't even be able to get out a sentence because he's just like slurring his words like an actual like drunk person. It's hilarious to me.
Very interesting. My old I like old Saturday Night Live. I don't like new Saturday Night Live. I like with with what is his name? Chris Farley. Farley and a lot of the old guys. I like the old Saturday Night Live. I think it was funnier.
Yeah, that was some of my favorites. Like whenever you would see Chris Farley like on there, you knew it was gonna be a good episode. The one I love, like, which is a lot of people's favorites, is when he's doing the one about the van down by the river. I love that sketch.
Living in a van down by the river. I am 35 years old. My name is Matt Foley, and I am 35 years old, and I live in a van down by the river, and I eat a steady diet of government cheese. Now I understand you want to be a writer, but you're not using your papers for writing. You're using them for rolling doobies. Dad, I think I see William Shakespeare. Oh,
I love it when he just like falls through the table. Like if I would have saw that in person, I would have like completely lost it. There's no way I would have maintained composure during that whole
well,
sketch.
actually, at one point, you can see in the original sketch, David Spade and the actress from Married with Children was a guest star on the show,
Yeah.
and and she she was because they did the second one, she wasn't on there, but she was just a guest star, and she was busting out laughing. Her and David Spade just couldn't stop laughing because Farley was just so funny. Like just from the very beginning, he was one of the funniest guys out there.
Yeah, and weren't him and David Spade real good
And he's one of the
friends
people
too? Or
also. Yeah, they were very good friends. They hung out all the time. I watched the whole documentary on I am Farley. I am Farley. I think it's called I am Chris Farley. I think it's called, and it was a really good documentary. Like it almost had me tearing up a little bit because it was just like a true story about a true man that wanted to be successful and then ended up dying, and like it all becomes glamorous until you die of an overdose. Somebody quoted, and it was the guy from Breaking Bad. The other guy, it was on the show of what was it called? Um, Better Call Saul. It was the guy from that. He said that line so well.
are you talking about
He all becomes glamorous until
are you
you
talking
hear
about Bob
that he
Oden?
dies of an overdose.
Are you talking about Bob
Yeah,
Odenkirk?
Bob Oden. Like, yep.
Yeah, I love that show. But
Which apparently he broke his foot on the trash can on the first take.
oh,
When he hit the trash can,
yeah,
he actually broke his foot. He broke his.
jeez.
That's gotta hurt.
I love that show, Better Call Saul. I just haven't like kept up on like the recent
It is.
episodes.
It's pretty entertaining. Yeah, I've been watching it on Netflix. I think I finished season. I can't remember which season I'm on right now.
I also loved him in Breaking Bad. That's one of my favorite shows too. And
I was one of the types that stopped watching Breaking Bad, but towards the season finale, I started watching it.
yeah, have you
Like that's what happened with me is I didn't watch all the episodes
uh
and I kind of skipped to the season finale as they were coming out with it.
have you ever watched
That was me.
Have you ever watched American Horror Story at all? That's another favorite show of mine. I like to watch.
No, I've seen. Apparently, this guy that's a black albino was on a few episodes apparently, and I was like, wow. So he's the dude that I keep sharing on TikTok. He's pretty funny.
Uh, was that really who it was, or?
Oh yeah, he's a black albino, and he was actually on that show at one point.
Oh,
And he's on TikTok. He's pretty
that's
funny.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he's pretty funny.
Do you ever like watching those like comedy stand-up specials? I know like now I'll just turn
I do. Yes, I love watching.
yeah like
Yeah, I love watching comedies.
yeah, like on one of my like TV channels I have, it'll just play like random stand-up specials and I'll just watch them and bust out laughing because I love that kind of comedy. There was actually one with Daniel Tosh and I was cracking up.
Yeah, he sent me a copy. He gave me a copy of his stand-up one time. And it's pretty funny. Awkward
Yeah,
silence.
sorry. I know you mentioned you like AEW. What's some things you like going on right now there, like what you've seen so far?
Oh, there's just I like the whole entire thing generally. I like the different storylines and uh just the different characters on the show. I think it's pretty cool.
Do you still like to watch WWE sometimes, or do you not watch that as much?
Yeah, I watch WWE whenever I can.
Yeah, I still try to like watch it. I watched Payback, the last pay-per-view. I actually enjoyed that one, but I know other fans didn't because I guess Roman won the Universal title or people didn't like that.
Yeah, I knew he was coming. I knew he was going to win because they were just giving the title to the Fiend so he could pass it off to Roman Reigns. I had a feeling about that.
Yeah, the Fiend's one of my like favorite characters. It still has me like watching it now because he just like finds ways to reinvent that character like in different fashions. I'd say like
Most definitely. I don't like the character that much. I think he's weird
uh
and also he's incest
uh
because he slept with his sister and then killed his sister at the same time, apparently.
are you talking about his character on
And
the
also,
show?
apparently, she was pregnant.
Do you mean the character on the show or like in real life?
The
Oh,
character.
okay.
The
I was
character.
gonna say like,
Not.
jeez. Yeah, that is pretty.
No, the character is. The
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, with the whole Wyatt family and sister Abigail.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. He's a cult leader and he's incest at the same time.
I know when I was watching him on like Payback, like they had this weird ass like pan to the camera. They just had Alexa Bliss in her like Harley Quinn pigtails, and she's like twirling her hair. Like it was like I couldn't help but laugh at it for some reason, but it was still creepy a bit.
She's in love with the dude that literally stuck his
Oh,
fingers down her
oh my
throat.
god. That does not sound pleasant in any way.
No,
I
it
know
doesn't.
he's basically doing the whole mankind thing too with the mandible claw, because that's what he's like paying homage to, I guess, or with the fingers thing or what. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there any characters you like it watching in WWE right now? Is there not really like much you like?
Well, I mean, my favorite wrestlers would be John Cena, Kane, The Undertaker. You know, Hulk Hogan, just different guys out there that I like.
Yeah, that
But there's not any characters currently right now in the WWE that I really am into.
Yeah, those are ones I like as well, and even like Rey Mysterio and like Eddie Guerrero are some of my favorites too. I'm a real big Edge fan.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
rest in peace. I'm a real big Edge fan too. Like I got so like excited when he came back when I was watching the Rumble. I was not expecting that.
I watched that Dark Side of the Ring about Chris Benoit. Wow, that story is just dark and insane.
That one made I actually like cried during that, but for like a specific reason, because when they showed like his like surviving son like just talking about it, like that really like broke me down, like how he had to like go through all that and how people like say horrible things to him, like
That wasn't actually his son. That was his adopted son. Actually, Benoit had actually adopted him,
uh
and he was there because he was. I think he was with his mother. I think,
yeah,
and he would have probably been killed also if he had been there. But uh, it's insane how he looks like Chris,
yeah,
and people have been putting videos on the WWE Thunderdome of Chris Benoit.
yeah, I think they should not do that because that's disrespectful to not only his like surviving family, but to everyone else as well.
At one point, I said that I think that they should put the whole thing about his family away, and they should induct him into the Hall of Fame. But a lot of people say that they shouldn't put him into the Hall of Fame, and I'm like, but he had such a dominating career, and it's like he was a big part of the WWE. But even though I'm sorry for what happened to his family, but like he was a big part of the WWE.
Yeah, I definitely think at some point they should at least like do that, like just put him in the Hall of Fame as the wrestler, not the person that did those like gruesome
Yeah,
things that I think the same thing with like Owen Hart too, because I know like his like he died in like a freak accident. I don't think that he should be left out either.
I thought Owen Hart is in the Hall of Fame. I thought Owen is in the Hall of Fame.
I guess he's not because his like widow like still doesn't want him in, which I think is kind of messed up in a way, but that's her choice, I guess. I feel like Brett should be the one like to kind of choose that though, because that was his brother.
Yeah.
I do enjoy watching those Dark Side of the Rings because I love watching a good documentary type show where they just like delve deep
Me
into
too.
everything. Like it just has me glued to it.
I like the missing and mysterious Missing 411 is one of my other favorite documentaries from David Polias. That is one of my other favorites.
I also like watching those like crime ones too, like the ones you'll see on like Investigation Discovery. Like if I see any of those, like I just can't stop watching them.
Yeah, makes you peer over your shoulder and think, what the heck's, is there anybody behind me gonna nab me or something like that?
I know, like I even like watch those like ones they do on like serial killers, and it's pretty like messed up the stuff you see, cuz like when I would like learn about some of that stuff, and like cuz there was one time I remember when I used to be in high school, they taught us about some of them like in law class, and it was pretty like crazy. They didn't show any like crime scene photos, but whenever I would watch stuff in my free time, it was just made me like sick to my stomach whenever I saw like the actual stuff like in front of my eyes. Like it was messed up. Is there anything you'd want me to like ask you or talk about before we like end it here, or
Uh, but I just want to say, man, thank you for having me on your show, and I have myself muted there.
oh,
Sorry, I
so yeah,
apologize.
I was just asking. I was because I was trying to see why I couldn't like hear you. I thought that was on my end. Yeah, I just wanted to ask. Do you want to like say anything or like plug anything, or want me to ask?
No, I just want to tell people to. Nope, I just want to say everybody to stay positive and stay healthy, and just subscribe and support and stay positive. Check me out on TikTok, on Instagram, TommyNC2010 everywhere. And I just want to say thank you so much for having me on your show, dude.
No problem, man. It was my pleasure as well. I also wanted.
No problem. And what was the name of your channel again? For your channel name?
Oh, my channel. It's my channel
Yeah.
name's in all caps, so it's NG space fresh with a dollar sign. It's in all caps.
Hello, folks. I'm TommyNC2010, and you're watching the MG Fresh YouTube channel where you get the best entertainment. keeping you on the inside fact.
Yeah, I just want
Clip that.
yeah, I just wanted to say like that it's a pleasure to have you on, and like I wanted to say you're welcome on any time for like if you ever want to join like my podcast one of these days, like if you're down.
Yeah, man. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Just hit me up sometime if you ever want somebody on.
Yeah. All right, folks, this has been the
Yep.
late night talks with NG Fresh and my special guest TommyNC2010. Make sure you check him out on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and other things he's doing. If he has any vlogs, check those out as well, because you know you're getting good content there.
Most
Make
definitely.
sure to like, comment, and subscribe for this, and have a wonderful day, folks.
Also, have a wonderful day also, and stay positive and stay healthy. And when you're in a store, wear a mask.
Yes.